Team, how are we doing? It is the 26th of December. I hope you guys had an amazing Christmas and a festive season so far. So obviously we are going into 2025 in just 1 week. And this is that time of year where we down the tools, we reflect, we look at, what's transpired in the past 365 days. Did we get what we came for, from last year's intentions and the beginning of this year's New Year's, resolutions? Did we fall behind? Did we get what we came for? Or did we just really kind of finish this year off hoping, wishing, and praying that things could have been a little bit different, right? So, yeah, this is that time of year where ultimately we reflect. And it's a beautiful time of year because it really allows you to actually just, I think get a little bit clearer on what's working and what's not working, and ultimately what direction you potentially want to head in for the new year. I know for myself, for example, where are we? There we go. I know for myself that one of the things that I definitely, want to spend a lot more time on is the things that are on my vision board, right? So, I want to be opening up a gym at some point this year. I want to obviously, have a really beautiful place that I can work from, right? A really beautiful little office space over there. And that could be in, let's say, my dream home, right? There's references of all these things that ultimately I do want for myself, right? Oh, where are we? There we are. So, I think this time of year is obviously extremely, extremely important to start getting a lot clearer on what are some of the things that, you want for yourself. And yeah, I think definitely the one thing that I want is love. I want a relationship. I want a second half. I want to be spending a lot more time vlogging and traveling and kind of making this something that I'm a little bit more consistent and regular with. I want to start building a lot more community, right? And I think that's something that I want to do locally in Bali, but also internationally. I want to, start running with friend groups a lot more. I want to be doing a lot more reading. So I think, all in all, this is really just... Oh, where are we going? Where are we going with this? Hold on. Yeah. Hold on. There we go. Okay. Sorry. Still clearly getting used to a gimbal. But it's so important for you to be sitting there and taking time to write down your goals, your dreams, your ambitions, your desires, right? And intermittently around this vision board, there's, I think, 3 or 4 quotes. Number one. So I think this is actually the theme for this video and things that I want to share with you, because they immediately stood out to me and I was like, yes, that's me. That's what I need to set my intention on. That's what I need to actually keep in mind when I'm chasing these goals, these dreams, these visions. The plan, right? If we don't have a plan, we're fucking going to fail. Or we're never just going to get to where we hoped we would be. So number 1 is follow your plan and not your mood. I needed that on my desktop because so many times I log in and I'm like, oh, okay, I really don't actually feel like doing this. Or even if it's not feel like doing it, I'm like, oh, that doesn't really fulfill me right now. It's not that important. I'll do it later. Then it never gets done, right? And I know that I would feel so different if I just shut up for that hour and I just did the work. And then let's say that compounds over a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, 6 months. I trust me, it's going to fulfill me a lot. I guess if it's really unfulfilled work and you're like, fuck, what am I even doing this for? But there's sometimes things that, let's say, business-wise, you need to do. You need to put the 2 Ps in, right? You need to obviously just, get a little bit uncomfortable temporarily to get that long-term gratification that actually everything that you're doing is worth it. So sometimes it isn't glorious. It's not going to be fun. It's not going to be this exciting thing every second of the day. But you need to follow the plan and not your mood, right? Because if you just give up when you're not motivated, you're never going to get anywhere, right? Motivation, I've said this in a reel of mine recently on Instagram, is motivation is this happy, sad feeling that fleets away at the end of the day. So we don't want to rely on that, but we do want to rely on a plan, because plans always do work. And if they don't work, we learn from them, and then that's part of the plan. Number 2 is, hey warrior, keep going, right? That is so, so, so important that we just maintain momentum, even if it is just 1 foot in front of the other. We need to just keep our eyes on the prize and we need to keep moving forward. I do, of course, believe that you need to push forward, pull back, seasons and cycles, right? We do need to obviously give ourselves the space as humans to breathe, to enjoy our lives, but at the same time, we're here for a while. We might as well just, get comfortable, do the work, so that we can also relax at a point in our lives when we want to relax, but we want to have a little bit more diversity in how we go about our days. But I think if you are young, or you've got an opportunity, or there is space for you to put your foot on the gas a little bit more, you need to keep going, right? Don't stop. You are so close to your goals. And for example, a friend of mine said this to me the other day. They're like, dude, why don't you have a YouTube? Or if you are on YouTube, why are you not consistent with it? Because you know how to speak, you know how to articulate, you know how to get your message across. And you're just limiting yourself to like a few reels here and there and like static photos on Instagram. Like, you are so much more. You have got this opportunity to become so much more than what you perceive yourself as. And that really struck a chord with me at the end of the day. That did make me realize, whoa, there's other people that see me completely differently to how I see myself. And it's the same with you, right? You think that, oh, well, if I become more, or if I do more, then maybe I'm not cut out for it. Maybe I'm going to make myself look like an idiot, or maybe I'm going to get exposed or cancelled, or maybe my friends and family are going to judge me. Or there's so many things that we could talk ourselves out of doing just by these limiting beliefs that we have, right? And so I think the most important thing is that if you have a dream, if you have a goal, if you have a desire, and you have something that you really, really want to have in your life, go for it. I'm doing this right now. I'm in my living room just recording a video to a static camera and hoping that this message resonates with just one person. And if it does resonate with one person, then great. All of this was worth it, right? So, warrior, keep going. You got this, okay? The third one would be 1% better every single day. Just 1%. Right, I'm not 100% clear on how many seconds and minutes and all of that are obviously off the top of my head. Now I'm doing the calculations, in a day, but we just need to put in another minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever it is. Just go the extra mile. And I think it's really important to have, a vision board up on your desktop or even on your phone, right? Like there you go. Oh, there you go. Vision board on my phone. On the background, right? And that's because I really want to be, I don't want to say overwhelmed, but I want to be confronted with my goals, my dreams, my desires, right? Because then I'm realizing it, I'm seeing what's possible. All of this stuff that, I've shown you. Here we are, okay. All the stuff that I'm showing you here, right? This is everything that I want. This is everything that I want for myself, right? These are the things that I want to cultivate, that I want to manifest. And so I think just, going that extra mile towards these things, 1% every single day, whether that is, if you want to be active and you want to lose a little bit more body fat, you just need to walk another 5 minutes a day. And then that 5 minutes becomes 8 minutes, 10 minutes. And then it's a lifestyle, right? Then you're prioritizing these things. It's the same as if you want to get stronger. Maybe just go and walk into the gym, and if you don't train at all, just go in there and do 10 minutes, 15 minutes. It's better than nothing. It's the same with business, right? It takes 5 minutes to just follow up with an old client, see how they're doing. And maybe that client will say, dude, I actually really want to come back on board. Whatever it is, 1% more in business, body, brain. We have the opportunity to always give 1% more. There is always 1% more's worth of time that you can give in a day. Okay, so 1%, whether it's time, effort, or energy, show up. Show up. Sometimes we don't feel like it, right? We follow the mood, not the plan. But 1% better every day, following the plan and not the mood, will ultimately get us to where we want to be. And even if that's reading a book for 5 more minutes, okay? And the fourth one, this was actually the one that I originally was like, I need to get on a video and I need to share this with people, is don't spend another year doing the same shit, right? Like, if you are completely content, if you are fulfilled, if you feel like there's no room for improvement, wow, I envy you. I hope, wish, pray, dream that one day I can reach that silver status, gold status. But the reality is that we're all human beings at the end of the day. And, even when business is going good and relationships are going good, there's always a room for improvement in an area that we do want to see improvement in, right? And for us to fill that gap, right, for us to fill that cup, it takes a little bit more time or effort or energy or intention, and ultimately action to fill that cup. So, doing the same shit is going to give you the same result. And if that result that you're currently sitting with right now is lacking fulfillment and purpose, or, just going around chasing your own tail and not being completely, entirely fulfilled, right, you need to do a little bit more, right? And maybe step out of the doing the same shit box and doing new shit box, trial and testing box, so that we can really see what works, what doesn't. And for example, me jumping on this video, I'm just going to upload it to YouTube. I'm not going to be doing fancy editing, fancy nothing. I'm just being real with you guys. And I hope that, that is going to result in changing the life of one more person, right? Because I think that's the one area that personally for me, I feel like I've been lacking in. I know that I work with people and I help them, improve their confidence, their bodies, their energy, their mindsets towards food and training and all these things. But, for me, I felt like I haven't done enough of it yet. And I've had this opportunity to make great impact. I've made an amazing impact. But, for me to really, I think, broaden this impact on a global scale, because my message is so strong. I want to see people look, feel, and perform like athletes with high amounts of energy, and just, to really, truly live energized, confident lives that, they feel empowered to take on things bigger than themselves. That's what fitness did for me, right? I never thought I would do something like an Ironman or a marathon. What the hell? But ultimately, I feel like I could have done more in 2025. And so that's why I want to show up more for you guys. I want to just be a little bit more honest, more vulnerable, and a little bit more expressive, when it comes to my message. So I think just the one thing is just don't spend another year doing the same shit. I'm getting out my comfort zone. I want to see you get out your comfort zone, right? You are capable of becoming so much more. And all it takes is just putting one foot in front of the other. Right? No one's asking you to run the sprint. It's a marathon. Take your time. Take your time. I don't know how old you are, but you've got time. At the same time, you've got no time. You might have 5 hours left to live. So do what you enjoy. Don't stand still. Don't be stagnant. Right? If you don't know what you enjoy, that's also fine. But don't put pressure on yourself then to get it all right. But the most important thing is just to not do the same shit, to do 1% better every single day, to keep going, right? To follow the plan, not the mood. And if you don't know what the plan is, that's fine. You still got another 3 things that you can focus on. Not doing the same shit, doing better than yesterday, and keep on moving forward, one foot in front of the other, no matter what direction it is, right? As long as you are not doing fucking meth, you're good. Sorry, I don't know if that offended someone. Anyways, just thought I wanted to jump on here and just, spread some love your way. And I just want to, implore anyone who is struggling with, knowing what to do in 2025, I would really suggest actioning your goals, your desires, your intentions, and put it down on a vision board, right? This took me 20 minutes. 20 minutes, and I'm so clear. Well, I'm not super clear. Obviously, we're going to kind of roll with it as we go into 2025. But, I'm a lot clearer. I'm a lot clearer on what it is that I want for the new year. And if you need help, just drop me a message, right? If you are all good in your business and your relationships, and maybe you're struggling when it comes to health and fitness, great, I'm your guy. I would love to help you. That's kind of my intention for showing up right now, is to offer that, is to give you a safe place and a safe space to say, listen, there is someone like me who is willing to support you, to help you, to help you get clearer on your goals and provide a structure and a plan that can help you get there. Whatever it is, just know that you're not alone. We're all in this together, and we're all struggling with very similar things. All right. So other than that, I want to wish every single person so much love, good vibes, good energy for 2025. It's going to be an abundant year for all of us. It's going to be a very exciting year for all of us. And I'm going to endeavor to show up as much as I can on this YouTube. So if you didn't watch my first day in the life vlog that I uploaded last week, please, please, please take the time to like, love, share, and subscribe by hitting that button below. But otherwise, guys and girls, and however you identify, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.